Hey everybody, welcome to the In Case You Missed It Summer of 2022, where we're looking at 4 videos, revisiting 4 333 videos that I think are worthy of taking a peek at again. And today, I want us to look towards the financial industry and discover a principle there that I think can be helpful for us in church world. Take a peek at this. Financial investors will differ on various approaches to financial investing. They have their favorite mutual funds, they have their preferred debt reduction plan, they have clear opinions on RRSPs and TFSAs and RESPs, but one thing is always consistent, 3 words: diversify your portfolio. All financial advisors would agree that if you're to lower your future risk and if you're to increase your potential return and maximize your retirement cash flow, then you must diversify your portfolio. Not too long ago, I was sitting in a room in Montreal listening to Ed Stetzer field some questions from Canadian pastors and leaders from all across the country. There was a question that was asked. I don't remember the question. I don't even remember who asked it. I only remember Ed's 3-word response when Ed said, well, diversify your portfolio. After the question was asked, Ed asked the questioner, do you have any retirement savings? And the tentative response back was, well, yes. He said, well, what would your financial advisor tell you about lowering your financial risk and potentially increasing your financial return? Ed asked. Diversify my portfolio? Exactly, Ed said. Let me paraphrase for you Ed's next sentence. He said, as we move ahead in this changing culture, trying to figure out the way forward for the Church of Jesus, experimenting with lots of different methods and lots of different methodologies and lots of different pilot projects, praying that at least one will stick and will gain some traction. The essential must for churches is that we diversify our portfolio. Here's what he meant. We would all agree that current culture has gone through some dramatic shifts in the last few decades. And the current models of church ministry in large part are decreasingly effective in reaching into our neighborhoods and reaching out to new people. That reality has obviously been accelerated with the COVID-19 pandemic. There's no returning to the way that it was. Churches large and small will be forced to adjust their strategy, their model of ministry, if they're going to have any sort of kingdom impact moving forward. We're living in what we could call the messy middle. On the one hand, there still is the need for that historical model of how we do church, a relevant and engaging Sunday worship experience with great music and great teaching and lots of storytelling about what God is up to in the lives of people in our neighborhood. That still will be impactful for some. That model of church, that Sunday-centric, weekend-centric model, however, is on the decline across North America, but it still has an important role to play for this foreseeable future. On the other hand, we're beginning to experience the profound growth of more micro-congregations and creative expressions of church. Churches and leaders, often non-ordained, are launching micro-congregations in everything from community centers to pubs to tattoo parlors to cafes, dinner churches becoming increasingly popular. There's an ever-increasing return to house churches reminiscent of the book of Acts. These are neighborhood-style, micro-sized gatherings with increased conversation and relational connection, and greater dialogue around the scripture and growing community service. And increasingly, these micro-churches are seemingly more effective evangelistically in seeing people make first-time commitments to Christ. Unlike the traditional model of doing church, these congregations are initiated by people who have a desire to create a warm and engaging environment for those that don't do church. I believe that these micro-congregations are reshaping the future for the church. And what would it look like for your church to start one? So what's the point? Well, the point is this. Effective churches of the future will embrace what I want to call a both-and posture. They will diversify their portfolio. They will investigate new ways of being engaging on Sunday. They will increase their commitment to relevant teaching and fostering friendships and deep community and engaging with their neighborhoods. And hopefully they will do it with an evangelistic heart. And to that, they will add a posture of experimentation. They will cheerlead those creative pioneer leaders that have a passion to birth something new. They will encourage them to dream about launching a new congregation that's tethered to their current existing church, but will give to them freedom to foster something new. Diversify, diversify, diversify. Take some time, either personally and/or with your team, to consider the following discussion questions.